Seneca, one of the renowned philosophers of the Stoic school, devoted considerable time on his philosophical journey to discuss the issues of rebellion and ingratitude within each individual. So today, let's continue the journey of this great philosopher to explore how we can deal with ungrateful and treacherous individuals, those who not only fail to reciprocate kindness, but also exploit the benevolence of others. This is a matter closely related to personal ethics, posing challenges to both reasoning and social awareness. Before delving into how to handle these ungrateful individuals, let me pause to share with you a short story, a narrative, that brings insights into the darker aspects of human nature. Long ago, there was a small town nestled amidst lush hills, where the townspeople lived harmoniously, bonded together like one large family. In this town, there was a woman named Emily, praised for her goodness and compassion. One day, a mysterious guest suddenly appeared in the town. Carrying a large suitcase and an old, worn-out painting, the man, known as Mr. Granger, always tried to present himself as sophisticated and charming. However, it wasn't difficult to perceive an enigmatic quality in the gaze of this man. Mr. Granger moved to the town and took residence in an old house on the outskirts, a place rarely visited by the townspeople. Yet, whenever someone happened to pass through this remote area, they would invariably witness the recurring image of Mr. Granger. He would sit quietly on the porch of his house, a figure of silent contemplation starkly contrasted against the golden leaves of the autumn sky. There's one thing even more peculiar that immediately comes to mind when mentioning the name Mr. Granger, and that is his profound solitude. Despite living in a town brimming with love and connections among people, this man, Mr. Granger, never engaged in any community activities. He neither shared nor assisted anyone. His actions left the entire town bewildered. Regrettably, every time someone gathered the courage to approach him, they received only cold and closed-off looks. Day by day, the negative atmosphere brought by Mr. Granger seemed to permeate every corner of the town, defeating all the harmony and bonds that the residents had worked so hard to build. Everyone in the town sensed a tremendously negative change in their beloved hometown, and naturally, the feelings of harmony and affection gradually vanished. People began to conflict with each other, and the trust they once held for each other started to fade away. Therefore, at this moment, Emily, who always strived to keep the atmosphere warm in the town, had to step forward to protect her community. On one fateful day, when all efforts to salvage the positive atmosphere in the town became futile, Emily decided to investigate Mr. Granger and the secret he held to address the root of the problem. She spent many days observing Mr. Granger from a distance and researching his past. Ultimately, Emily discovered a horrifying secret. Mr. Granger was a person who had once lived in this town and had received a lot of help from everyone. Instead of being grateful, he became ungrateful, even fostering a sense of hostility. After the breakdown of Mr. Granger's once happy family, he returned to the town with vengeance, seeking to retaliate against everything he perceived as having harmed him. Emily, shocked by Mr. Granger's callousness, decided to confront him to protect the bonds and harmony within the town. The confrontation between Emily and Mr. Granger took place on an extremely gloomy day. Emily tried to explain the value of gratitude and compassion. However, Mr. Granger disregarded all explanations, steadfast in his own perspective. In the end, Emily had to compromise, and from this lesson, she realized that not everyone who receives help will be grateful. Although unable to change Mr. Granger's soul, Emily felt fortunate to have realized this before it was too late. She decided to return to her town, and with all her compassion, encouraged, comforted, and urged everyone to maintain feelings of love and gratitude. Despite being challenged by the ingratitude of one person, the small town managed to uphold the values they believed in, continuing to build harmony and community bonds. From this story, we can draw the lesson that if you discover you are dealing with an ungrateful person, don't be quick to despair or complain, as this is your good fortune. Only when you realize they are ungrateful individuals can you distance yourself from them and live more cautiously. The journey of exploring ethics and human understanding is never a simple one. Therefore, to handle ungrateful individuals in the most proper and wise way, Stoic philosophy suggests some methods as follows. Firstly, we need to reflect on and develop awareness of the risks involved in helping others. This is not just a straightforward task, but also a mental challenge. The sense of frustration can easily emerge when we don't receive any appreciation from those we assist, causing our souls to lose generosity and compassion. Sowing seeds after a season of disappointment is a symbol of rising above hardships in life. Assistance may not be immediately reciprocated, but over time, the seeds of compassion and gratitude will sprout. Life often alternates between difficult times and moments of happiness, much like a fruitful season following a period of drought. You may not be aware that interacting with ungrateful individuals can help us identify those who are grateful in our lives. No one can guarantee choosing the right appreciative person to assist, so nurture your compassionate heart even when encountering a few wayward individuals. A bad debt that can't be collected may lead someone to abandon their efforts, but just as a sailor still sets sail after a shipwreck, Stoic philosophy encourages us to continue acts of compassion and assistance. Despite occasional failures and challenges, the Stoic philosophers remind us to understand that compassion is not just an obligation, but also a profound and meaningful way of living. In this video, we have successfully explored how to deal with ungrateful individuals. If you find the information we provided in the video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to continue supporting us on our journey of self-improvement. Thank you for watching our video. We hope to see you in the upcoming ones.